What's going on, ladies and gents? Thank you so much for joining me. My name's Didi. I am the tit smacker. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, that bloke at Hermes that shouts at me for slapping me tit every time. Sorry, do apologise, kind of. I'm the original Todge in a truck. But today, I'm in my flat again, and we're going to have a little chat. This morning when I woke up, I was thinking long and hard about what I actually dislike about the HGV industry. My positivity videos have been doing absolutely nothing. Positivity doesn't get views in any way, shape or form. Negativity does. All my positive videos has got me is hate, pretty much. My hate has been through the absolute roof as of late because everything I say is wrong and I know absolutely nothing. I've been driving for 2.5 years, HGVs, but I know absolutely nothing. I'm a waste of space and I'm useless. So I'm going to follow the crowd with this one and I'm going to talk about what I hate about the HGV industry without going into the details about the driver shortage and what I believe about all that nonsense, etc, etc, etc. Input the keyboard warriors because I've just called it nonsense. Damn. First off, let me just say, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do it, Didi2012. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can do, Gareth Didi. My Facebook is more about me than it is about trucks and my car, whereas my Instagram is more about my trucks and my car. And the memberships is growing quite nicely. If you want to join me, you're contributing to help towards my channel. It's $4.99 a month. Just click the join button down below. So, I can't talk about the last thing that I'm going to mention in this video at the beginning, if that makes any sense. So what I want you to do, please stay to the end of the video. This is not a ploy to try and get you to watch the entire video. It's just I think that the final point is important, but I can't talk about it at the beginning of the video or else the algorithm will catch up and then it won't put the video out. So I think the final point is quite important, so I'd appreciate if you'd stay because I do want your input, especially from HGV drivers, and to be fair, especially from the haters that watch my video, that cannot stand me, that absolutely detest me, but for some bizarre reason sit there and watch me day in, day out. I'd love your input. Honest, if you can manage that. Honest input. Ow! Right, so, the number one thing I hate about the HGV industry, the number one thing I hate about HGV driving is middle lane drivers. Seriously, that's about as bad as it gets for me. Middle lane drivers, they drive me insane. I have had 2 complaints at Hermes from flashing drivers doing 45 mile an hour in the middle lane of a motorway. I can't go anywhere. Neither can any other HGV. You're not allowed to undertake, it's illegal. You're not allowed to go in the 3rd lane or the furthest outside lane of a motorway. If there's only 3 lanes, you can't go in it. So what do? You're stuck. You've got a place to be, you've got places to go, and they just sit there at 45 mile an hour in the middle lane. Why? Don't know. They are the bugbear of my life. I cannot stand people that sit in the middle lane. Like I've said before, it doesn't matter how smart you make a motorway if the drivers on it are thick as pig shit. Doesn't matter. There's still going to be accidents and queues and delays and everything. So that's my number one thing. The number 2 thing I hate, traffic. Oh, when I first started HGV driving, I used to say, what's wrong with sitting in traffic? You get paid to sit there. When I was tramping, I didn't mind traffic. I'd sit in it all day, whatever, don't care. Now as I'm trunking and I want to just get home, traffic drives me insane. That is closely linked to number 3, diversions. Diversions as well drive me daft. When you see loads and loads of cones out and it's all one lane, there's only one lane open and there's nobody at all working there, and it's like, what's the point? Seriously, why? Last Thursday, I got stuck in 8.5 miles of traffic for junction 19 on the M6 at 3 o'clock in the morning. I was stuck in it for 1 hour and 20 minutes. Oh, it literally makes me want to rip the big ears off the side of my head. It drives me absolutely daft. Accidents is another one. I don't understand how people can have accidents driving on a straight road. Tuesday today, the M6 again is absolutely knackered again because a truck has drove into the, is it Smokemore Pies Bridge or Smokeless Pies Bridge, junction 15 I think on the M6. So it's just shut the motorway off, and that motorway is probably going to be shut now for the foreseeable because they'll have to reinforce the bridge and all that, I'm pretty sure. So that's completely knackered. The M6 has been goosed every single day for the last 7 or 8 weeks, I think, hasn't it? The M6 is just knackered. from the roadworks at Wigan, the roadworks further down south, the roadworks at junction 10, the roadworks at junction 19. The M6 is just an absolute nightmare, morning and night. Even at 2 o'clock in the morning, it's an absolute nightmare. I went down to London last night and I had to use the toll there and back to make sure I could actually get back. Absolutely crazy. So, I think we're up to number 4. Another thing that annoys me is the working time directive and the forced break times. This is another thing that drives me daft. It's supposed to be for other people's safety and our safety, but when we're short or when there's a pandemic, we have our driving times extended and whatnot. I don't understand how that works. Yesterday when I got to London, I had to have a 45-minute break. I felt worse when I'd had the 45-minute break than what I did beforehand, because I was just sat there like, now what? I could have quite easily drove down there, swapped trailers and drove back and been completely fine. If I started to feel tired, then I would have had a break. But being forced to have a break after 4.5 hours of driving when you're a trunker, it can be quite annoying. And like I say, these are not major issues, but I'm trying to think of things that I actually dislike, things that do actually genuinely get on my nerves. And that is one of them. Being forced to have a 45-minute break when I don't really want one, that annoys me. Unfortunately, it just is. I will do a video on the working time directive at some point. I'm trying to simplify it the best I can to not confuse everybody, because I think that's the two main things that people struggle with when they first pass the class 1 is reversing and the working time directive. So I have tried to come up with a solution for Hermes personally, whereas I'll go out with the driver and not teach him, because I've only been doing it 2.5 years, but hopefully relieve a little bit of his anxiety or her anxiety, and try and gently ease them into it so they don't just get chucked to throw a trailer on a bay in between 40 other trailers. Anyway, let's carry on. Right, this is the final point now. I've never been disrespected, and I've never been told that I can't use toilets, and I've never done Euro work, so I can't talk about papers, waiting times and all that stuff. I can't do it. So that's why I've not included them 3. Them are the main 3 that people, generally speaking, shout about the most. And obviously the pay, but I just went to a better paid job, whereas other people don't seem to want to do that. I just went to a job where I was happy with how much I was earning. Jobs are good. Now, the final point I want to talk about. Now, if someone wants to timestamp this and say, 8 minutes and 13 seconds, you're welcome. Feel free, whatever. But this is what I do want to talk about, and I still can't say the word, because if the YouTube algorithms hear the word, then they'll just shut my video down, and it is deep ration, if you get me. Now, what I've noticed through trunking and through the job becoming significantly easy for me personally is that you have a hell of a lot of time to think. You've got a hell of a lot of time on your own in the pitch black with nothing to do, no one to talk to, and you just think. And I'm wondering if this is a bigger issue. I'm wondering if this is a big issue in the HGV industry, because there is a lot of very, very miserable truck drivers out there. And to be fair, I don't think I've ever heard a woman complain about the industry, to be fair. I think I've heard one thing about a woman being refused access to a toilet, which is obviously a problem, but I've never heard her moan about anything else. It seems to be the men. That can only come from some sort of head health kind of issue. And I'm wondering if this is a bigger problem, because truck drivers spend a lot of time on their own, obviously. We don't really converse that much. I mean, I've noticed that there's quite a lot of drivers that don't really want to talk. You get out, say hello, and then they're gone. And it's not that they're rushing, but they'll just sit there in the cab on their own. And I'm wondering if once you've done the job for a certain amount of time, that this becomes just a normal mental model. It just becomes the norm to just be on your own. I know of truck drivers that don't like going home to their wife and kids. I mean, to be fair, I got to this point when I was with my ex, when I first started tramping in the dumper truck thing, whatever the hell it was, hauling mud. I didn't want to go home. because I'd had peace and quiet all week. I'd had silence all week. And then I got home and it was like opening the door to a circus. And my emotions just went woof through the roof. And a lot of the time, like, I'm not slagging anyone off, but a woman will let a child get away with murder all week. They'll just let them do whatever they want. There's your iPad, go away. There's your Xbox, vanish. And that's it. And they cook the teas and then send them back upstairs on their Xbox. And then you come home and you're like, I want to spend some time with you. And they go, no, I'm going on my Xbox. And I'm like, what do you mean? No, you're spending some time. And then you're the evil dad. Do you know what I mean? And you're knackered. You can't really be bothered being mithered. And as soon as you get on, the missus is like, come on, let's go out. Take me to Blackpool. And it's like, well, I don't want to drive. I've been driving all week. Oh, you're so boring. Blah, 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 blah. This is what I used to get anyway. And I'm wondering if it's a bigger problem. I'm wondering if it's an issue that kind of needs talking about. I may be completely wrong. Like I said, I don't know. I'm definitely not a doctor. But I'm just wondering, with the amount of hate that I'm getting for, quite frankly, no particular reason. I mean, I would never, ever get mad at a live stream. I would never, ever get angry at another YouTuber and start slagging them off in the comments section. I just wouldn't. I genuinely don't see the point in it. I mean, what are you trying to achieve by slagging someone off in the comment section? By telling someone that they're useless, they have no idea what they're doing in the job, even though they're earning 650 quid a week and doing the job quite damn well, which is a fact because I do it on video. I don't understand why people would sit there for over an hour and watch a full vlog and then comment saying how much they hate it. The only thing I can put it down to is they have nothing whatsoever better to do. Nothing. So I'm wondering if that is a problem, because I know that I overthink a hell of a lot of stuff. When I'm driving, I'm sitting there and I'm thinking and I'm thinking and I'm thinking, and negative things come out and the hate comes out and then insecurities come out, and I'm wondering if it's a bigger problem. I'm wondering if there's more men that are doing the same thing but just don't want to talk about it because, well, we're men. Do you know what I mean? And I have spoke on this channel about my head health before. I have been fine for a long time, but I've noticed now with the job becoming significantly easy and me not really needing to think about what I'm doing. I don't mean that in a bad, dangerous way. I mean, when I'm on a motorway now, at night, there's hardly anything around me. Sometimes if I'm in a truck that's doing 55.5, I don't overtake anything. I stay in one lane for hours and hours and hours. And it's just like, and I'm just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. And I'm wondering if other truck drivers do the same. If you've ever gone down this path and you've got out the other side, please comment. Please let me know personally. Let me know how you've got out the other side. If you're going down this path now and you need a bit of help, feel free to put it in the comments. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or Facebook if you want to have a chat. If you're a hater and what I say might actually mean something to you, feel free to DM me. You know, I don't want an apology or anything, I'm not saying that. But if it's just made you click and think, wait a minute, I'm actually miserable and I have nothing else to do, talk to me if you want to. I won't be a dick with you. If you want to talk to me, feel free. And again, I mean, I started off with saying it's a negative video, but again, I'm pushing the positivity into it because that's just me. And at the end of the day, I'm still passionate about the HGV industry. So if there is a problem with this kind of head health thing and deep ration, then maybe I can get the ball rolling on having a group where we can all talk about it on Facebook or something, a private group where we can all gibber gabber, we can all chat. And I don't mean like a group chat where we're sending 800 messages a frigging minute. I mean somewhere where we can just post and get proper opinion with no one going to slag you off, no one's going to look down on you, no one's going to think bad of you. That's what I'm kind of thinking. Let me know, give me your inputs. Please give me your inputs. Let me know how you're feeling. If you're feeling great, you think the job's absolutely brilliant, you've been doing it for a couple of years, let me know. If you are going through a bit of a bad patch, if you want to let me know, if you want to share, DM me, drop it in the comments section, message me on Facebook, whatever. At the end of the day, even though this is a bad video, a negative video, it's turned positive because I care about the industry and quite frankly, I care about you lot that watch me. I'm going to leave it there. I don't really want to delve any more deeper into it because I'm going to risk this video not being pushed out. My last two videos haven't been pushed out whatsoever. I've got less than 1,000 views from notifications on my last Friday's video. I've got a video coming out tonight at 6 o'clock, which was just a quick 5-minute thing. But there was less than 1,000 views from notifications because it just didn't send it out. Just did not publish the video at all. It just didn't. I don't know why. It messed the algorithm up. Anyway, I'm going. I hope you like this video. I hope that maybe it might change one person's life. If it has, I've won. I'm winning. That's what I'm thinking. My name's Dede. I am just a Todge in a truck. I'm just a normal person. I am just a human. I make mistakes. Everyone does. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Peace out. Tatty bye.